Hello, Star Wars fans and collectors. Welcome to the Hyperspace Vault. Dave and Alex here, and today we're going to take a look at Luke Skywalker Hoth from the archive wave of Black Series figures. This is wave 3 that just came out. We got so lucky we found this at our Walmart. Stay tuned. We're going to get this figure cracked open. Okay guys, so we found this figure at our local Walmart, and just a little background. It's been over 6 months since our local store has gotten any Black Series figures in at all. So it's just been crazy. I mean, the pegs have been empty. I'm kind of disappointed because now that the archive line is here, we know that the Empire Strikes Back line is done. The 40th anniversary figures are done. So yeah, our local store never got that third wave with Boba Fett and Darth Vader and the Snow Trooper. But we went to Walmart last night and we were lucky enough to find Luke. Luke was the last figure. I think they just put out these figures yesterday, and it probably got one case and it was already cleaned out. All of them were gone except for Luke.
Yeah, there was also a Jar Jar Binks, but he wasn't part of the archive case.
Yeah, he's a separate, almost like a deluxe figure, because I think he's like $30. So we passed on Jar Jar for now, and we picked up Luke. All right, so let's get let's take a look at the back. These archive wave 3, or I guess all of them this year. There's going to be a wave 4 too this year. They feature the 50th anniversary of Lucasfilm logo on them, and then on the back, which I didn't realize this until we picked up the figure, it has a timeline of Lucasfilm and Star Wars going across the back. So yeah, that's really cool. I really like that. It looks really good.
Yeah. We have Lucasfilm starting out in 1971, and it goes all the way up to The Rise of Skywalker and more in 2021.
All right, Alex, there's a description of Luke on the back. You want to read that for the viewers?
Yeah. While Luke Skywalker Hoth. While on patrol, Luke and his Tauntaun are attacked by a vicious Wampa. The creature hangs Luke upside down in its cave, but Luke uses the Force to escape. And that's all. Very small, but it tells us a big story.
And then down here below the 50th anniversary thing, it says, commemorate the first 50 years of Lucasfilm with figures inspired by the original Star Wars trilogy.
It's funny it says original Star Wars trilogy when in this wave there's also Commander Cody.
Yeah.
Thrawn.
Yeah, that's funny because, yeah, I don't know if maybe the backs are different on them, like this little description of Lucasfilm. So we'll have to wait and see when we pick up some of the other figures.
Yeah, one also cool thing that you guys can see on the back, we have a Clone Wars TV show and Star Wars Rebels TV show, so they're not forgetting about the Thrawn, because he's in Star Wars Legends and also in Rebels.
You know, it's strange that Mandalorian's not on that timeline.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's kind of weird. All right, so let's get this figure cracked open and let's take a look at Luke. This is the Hoth, Luke, and Han Solo, which hopefully we'll be able to find. It's been two of our most sought-after figures. And I'm really disappointed that these weren't in the 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back line. I mean, it just didn't make any sense at all that they didn't just release these in 2020 with the 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back. Alright, so here he is in the blister pack, and you can see he comes with the lightsaber and blaster pistol. Alright, so we got this figure clear of the blister pack and got him posed up here. Alex posed him up real nice. And yeah, he's a really nice Luke figure. Definitely showing its age in the molding, and the joints and articulation is decent, but yeah, everything about this figure is definitely showing its age. Now, it originally came out, you could not buy this as a single figure. It came out with the Wampa, it was like a Wampa and Luke Skywalker packed together. And same way with Han Solo. Han Solo came with the Tauntaun. So this wasn't an individually boxed figure. It was always packed with that Wampa. And it was like, more expensive because you got the big, huge Wampa figure in with it. And on the secondary market, these have slowly been going up in value. You could get these pretty good, reasonable price a few years ago, but now they're creeping up. So it's nice to have this figure singly packed in a box, or you can buy it by itself. But this is an archive figure, so the only updates we're getting on this figure is the new digital paint apps on the face, and the rest of the figure is the way it was originally made. So it's definitely showing its age, but it's still a nice figure. It's nice to finally have Hoth Luke in our collection. Alex, what do you think?
Yeah, I think this is amazing, especially because we didn't have a Hoth Luke. We just had the diorama centerpiece Luke up there of the Snowspeeder pilot Luke. But yeah, we don't have a Hoth Luke other than that centerpiece that we have out, because the other ones are in the package or on card. So this will look really good in our 40th anniversary collection or a normal collection, wherever we are going to put it.
All right, so let's take a close look up at the face with the updated digital photoreal technology applied to the face, and see what kind of improvements it has. Now, we don't have the original figure to compare, but it does look, I think it is an improvement over the original figure. Maybe only slightly though. But yeah, the original figure had blood and cuts on the face. There were some red paint apps on the face for cuts for when he had the fight with the Wampa, and this new figure does not have those. You can still kind of see the cuts in the mold, but they did not put the red, the bloody cut, the red paint apps in there to reproduce the blood and the fresh cuts. So I don't know, I kind of like this better.
Yeah, so you don't have all this red paint slopping everywhere, and it kind of looks like he has scars, which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and the digital paint apps do improve this figure. I mean, only a little bit, I think. It is an improvement, I think. It doesn't have that Mark Hamill look to it like the new face sculpts do, but yeah, overall though, it's nice. I love this soft goods little scarf hanging down. That is a nice touch. So that's really nice. I like that.
Now, one thing that you guys can see about the head is that in the image, on the grayscale image, he has goggles, but in the actual figure, he doesn't have goggles. Now, you can put goggles on this figure if you have the Rebel Hoth Trooper, because the Rebel Hoth Trooper does come with goggles.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You could use the goggles off the Rebel Trooper. So, yeah, overall, really nice. Really happy to have this in the collection finally.
Alright, here's Luke with the goggles off of the Rebel Hoth Trooper. It looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie.
And just real quick, we're going to do the lightsaber hook test on this figure. Now, he came with his lightsaber, and it is a dull lightsaber. I don't particularly like that. Normally, they're a little bit brighter than that, but here is the hook, and we're going to hook it on and see if it stays. All right, it seems like it holds the lightsaber pretty well. Hooks right off his belt, so that's really nice.
It is sticking up a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's because his leg, well, yeah, it is sticking up a little bit. But, yeah, it's not too bad.
Pretty nice.
All right, so we got the figures posed up here in a nice Hoth diorama. And part of our Hoth collection. Only Hoth figure we're missing, I guess, is Han Solo. So, but, yeah, they look really good together. Alex, how do you rate this archive Luke Skywalker Hoth?
I think on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I know that might be surprising to some people because If you're new to the channel, longtime subscribers will know that Luke Skywalker is my favorite character in all of Star Wars. So that's why it might be surprising to you guys, but for me, in my book, just because you like the character doesn't mean you have to like the figure. And that's what's going on here. I like the figure a lot. I didn't give it like a 4 out of 10. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I like the figure a lot. I don't not like it. Just because I don't give it a 10 out of 10 doesn't mean I don't like it, because I usually give things 10 out of 10. But the only reason why is because the articulation isn't that good, and I know it has an abdominal crunch, which was kind of rare for figures back then, but the articulation is still kind of, I don't know. And it is an old figure, so I can't be too harsh on it. It's just that even back then, there was figures that were better than this. The wrists, let me just try to grab him real fast. If you guys look at this, he doesn't have wrist articulation. His glove is, like, articulated there. It's kind of like Darth Vader, and it's really weird. I don't really like it. So then you can't have the vertical
the hinge on the wrist,
which is not good, because he does come with a blaster, and the vertical hinge is a very useful tool if you want to pose him up with the blaster. So that's why I give him a 7 out of 10, purely because of the articulation. I think it'll knock 3 points off of my 1 to 10 scale.
All right, I'm going to rate this figure 4 stars out of my 5-star rating system. Yeah, it is an old figure, so I can't take too much off of it. It's just a reissue with updated paint apps. And but it's one of my favorite looks for Luke, the Hoth winter, outfit that he opens with Empire Strikes Back. So it's really cool. Yeah, the molding and everything is definitely dated, but comparing it to the new Rebel soldier right next to him. But yeah, still pretty cool. His jacket and everything is kind of glossy, and I don't like that. I wish it was more of a dull color, but
yeah, if you're looking at Princess Leia back there, you can see that how it's improved from being shiny.
Yeah, so but overall, I'm happy to have this figure in our collection. So yeah, it's really, really nice to finally have Hoth Luke in our collection. All right, so that wraps up this video. Stay tuned to the channel. Hopefully, we'll be able to find Hoth Han pretty soon, and we'll do a video. We'll get a video up real quick on him, since these figures are hitting stores right now. And maybe, if we're lucky enough, Commander Cody. But that'll be the hardest figure to find in this wave, because everybody's going to go after Commander Cody. He'll be gone the first. So, yeah, so make sure you like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. If you like what we do, please subscribe, and leave us a comment down below and tell us what you think about Hoth Luke Skywalker. Alex, take us out.
May the Force be with you, always.